Hey guys, John Bartolo here. Wanted to do a quick short video on the Canik pistols. This is not meant to be a review. This is not meant to be some fancy unboxing video. I'm simply doing this more to give you guys some understanding of some of the stuff that I'm going to be giving away and what my first impressions were. First, I want to thank all the sponsors, Riton Optics, Kenzies Optics, Taurus USA, and of course, Crossbreed Holsters. I had the opportunity to spend some time with Century Arms and the Canik team when I was at SHOT Show. I managed to get my hands on some of the pistols, shoot them, play with them, get an understanding for kind of what the thought process was behind them. I know these pistols have been on the scene for a little while, and many people have done reviews on them, and I've watched tons of those reviews, and they're far better at it than I am. I just wanted to give you guys some of my first impressions of the pistols before I gave one away, and maybe why I chose to work with them a little bit. So right out of the box, and I'm not going to, again, do some fancy unboxing. This was the Canik TP9 SF, one of their more basic models. There was a few things I really loved about this pistol right out of the box. Just definitely enjoyed the steel mags. It's nice to see some of these companies take pride in mags again and do some steel mags. You see a lot of mags out there, the cheaper polymer mags. It's nice to see some steel ones. Again, I'm always a big grip guy. I have kind of these weird oven mitt hands. I really enjoyed the grip texture. It made a lot of sense to me. I really didn't, love that it didn't have the deeper undercut, but again, that's one of those things that I don't lose sleep over. I really enjoyed the trigger pull on this. I thought the trigger pull was really slick, really smart. It made a lot of sense. It didn't have the grittiness to it. It didn't have a tougher pull. If I was to compare this gun to anything on the marketplace where I feel it excels or it beats the market, and being a guy who's just been around a lot of handguns over the years, I would compare this to a Smith & Wesson M&P. If I was to choose between a Smith & Wesson M&P and this, there would definitely be some consideration given the price point, and it fits nicely in that in-between space of $300, $400 to $550. If you're looking for a gun that's not a high point, that's not going to break the bank, but you're not going to go to the range and have people give you that stare like, oh God, here's another guy with a high point, or with a $200 gun, something that's just not reliable, that you just don't know if it's going to shoot or explode. This is awesome. This is just going to give you everything you're looking for in reliability. And I'm just giving you guys a very honest assessment. It shoots real clean. It has awesome recoil mitigation. Again, the only downside really being maybe a little bit of the undercut leaves much to be desired. And there's a weight factor. These are a little bit more their full-size models, so there's a little bit of a weight factor. I'm going to make sure that, the specs come down across the screen and you guys can see everything that's involved in these, but this is a phenomenal little shooter. And the TP9 SF is at a perfect price point. I also had the opportunity to take a look at the TP9 Elite Combat. The TP9 Elite Combat is a phenomenal gun. Right around 600 bucks, a little bit more than your average Glock, but it pretty much has every upgrade. If you're looking for something right out of the box that's going to give you everything you're looking for in kind of that Gucci gun space, and you want to kind of have something that's a little bit sexier out of the holster, this thing is going to hit all those marks. For 600 bucks, about $50 more than your average Glock, you're pretty much getting everything you're looking for. You're getting the enhanced trigger, the salient barrel. You're getting a really nice, smooth freaking throw here. You're getting an awesome set of Warren sights. You're getting the extended mag release, and that's what really hits a home run with me, is the mag release. You get the steel mags with an extended, and you get the mag well. So you pretty much have everything right out of the box that you look for in some of those $400 and $500 upgrade spaces that a lot of people, tend to do to their Glocks and to their Smith & Wessons. This gives you everything. Interchangeable back straps and everything that you could ask for right out of the box. I was really impressed with this. This definitely left me in a good space. So if you're looking for something that's definitely gonna not break the bank, but still give you something great out of the holster, and a cool setup that goes beyond just being a nightstand gun, something you would carry, something that you would feel confident in. This is going to give you all of that. It's going to give you every ounce of that and more. So check it out, the TP9 Elite Combat. I did my price comps on Bud's Gun Shop. I took a look at Bud's, and Bud's happened to have some competitive pricing, just to give you guys an idea of the price points. But I feel like both of these handguns fit into a really nice space. And if I was to compare them right out of the box to anything, it would be, you know, if you're in that mid-range of you don't want to spend $550 on a Glock, then maybe another 100 or so in upgrades, then take a look at these. If you're definitely looking at the Smith & Wessons of the world, you know, these are definitely worth a look. Again, grip texture and all that stuff, the beaver tail, all those things, those become all personal preferences, and there's far better gun reviewers out there that will get into all those specs. I just want to give you guys a little bit of an understanding. Now, why I chose them for this contest and why I think they were great to give away, you know, I fell in love with the fact that they took so much pride in the design and just the overall time put in to the firearm. And when you sit with a company and they give you some understanding of their journey and what they wanted to put out there for a product, I was really impressed. The team is a great team. They laid out their plan to me in kind of not so many words of what they wanted to do with the pistol line and where they wanted to go with it. And I said, geez, you know, they really fit in a great space. And there definitely is a space in the market, no question, somewhere between those high points and those less expensive guns up to where you get into that $500, $600, $700 range of the handguns. Not a lot of us can go out and spend $700, $800 on a handgun. And I know this is something I spend a lot of time talking to Tony about and some of the guys. You know, it's hard. We have a hard time kind of promoting or getting behind some handguns that are in that $700, $800 range. We try to stay between that $300, $400, $500 range of handguns because that's what I feel the general market calls for. And I felt before Canik got on the scene, and there's been some other incarnations, some different products out there, but I felt that there was a huge amount of space in that $400 and $500 marketplace. Again, in the box, just to give you guys some understanding, there's your standard paperwork, there's your locks, there's your stuff like that. One of the things I would probably, if I was in charge for a day at Canik, I would suggest to them, they do come with holsters. I would probably bag the holsters and maybe, you know, I try to encourage a lot of firearms companies to move more towards like a bag or something that the gun can go in and go to the range with you. Stop trying to put holsters with the guns. I think it's, you know, it's not a good look. I understand in the beginning it's hard to find holsters for these things, but times change and now everybody makes holsters for the Canik. So I think that, you know, getting rid of the holsters and maybe moving towards like, you know, a nice little range bag that this comes in with 2 mags is a much better way to go. But right out of the box, first impressions, awesome handgun. So check them out, the TP9 SF and the TP9 Elite Combat. Great shooters. We're going to be giving them away. I'm going to be giving away the TP9 SF first. So make sure you stay tuned, tune in, like and subscribe. Make sure you stay, you know, tuned into the YouTube. That's where we'll be giving it away. And if you get a chance, head over to iTunes and Podbean and remember to download the John Bartolo Show and leave a review for a chance to win. Thanks, guys.